Hey everybody, welcome to your first club talk of winter training 2023. This is the first week of winter training and it's the most important time for us this winter. It's our time to get better so we can compete, get some wins. You can have some wonderful, exciting opportunities to take home some medals and some trophies. Otherwise, just have a great time this summer, okay? So I want to tell you a little story about me when I was your age. I was 14, was playing for a team called Ski Hut in Bennett Family Park in Minnetonka. And after my game, a guy named Lunch came by to me and he said, "Hey, can I show you a couple of things?" So he brought me across the parking lot to this batting cage and he taught me how to hit to the opposite field. And that was huge for me. I used that in high school. All my big hits in college were to the opposite field. And when I played my very first game at Excelsior Commons Park, I remember as a kid, I always wanted to hit one in the lake. And my first at bat, I hit it opposite field, bounced once and went into the lake. And that's all because of Lunch. Took a random dude that he didn't know over the batting cage and taught me something. Turned out later, he became my high school coach. He wasn't at the time, but he was a great guy and helped me. And I remember thinking at the time, man, if I had someone like that helping me every day, I would work hard, I would learn so much. And you got that opportunity. There's a lot you can do here at Mission Fast Pitch. And I want to talk to you about how to take advantage of that and how to balance that in your life a bit. Because softball's not everything in life, right, Lucia?
No, it's not.
All right. But it's cool and it gives you a lot of benefits, I think. So what are some of the things you got out of your career at Mission?
The friendships, lifelong friendships, confidence, and I learned how to learn well, and I also think learning how to dedicate myself to something is something I learned with Mission.
Yeah, and we were talking in the car a little bit today. When did you try to crank it up or step it up a little bit in your career?
I think Mission itself was a big part of that for me. Obviously, growing up playing for a town team is different than playing for a club team. So I definitely stepped it up when I was 14, but then when I turned 16, playing 16U, that was where I really took matters into my own hands and started doing a lot more stuff outside of practice. And it started to really fulfill me and something that I truly enjoyed for many years after that. Yeah.
Thanks. So, yeah. So, and I saw that with you with that 16U year, you really started kicking it in gear and you took your game up to a different level. And of course, everyone has that opportunity right now, no matter what level you're at. And I want to talk a little bit about what it takes and what the expectations are. So I've had some opportunity to coach another team, Team Netherlands, in the summer and just work with some players that had gone D1 and been around some other good players and just kind of learning what they do. And here's the deal. We're provided you enough options this winter. I've tried to every year add something, and you've got an opportunity to hit 2 or 3 times a week, all right? And someone told me once, when you work out twice a week, I think it was camp, you're just maintaining. But when you get to 3 or 4 times, you're gaining, all right? And so with your hitting, we offer Sundays and Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? Well, you can take up, there's always open spots. You can pick up a Sunday and a Tuesday. So you got to decide, can you push that? Maybe if you're not in another sport, maybe you can. If you're in another sport, you're already doing a lot of things to add your athleticism to it. But you can have an opportunity to hit 2 or 3 times a week. Pitchers, you should be pitching 3 times a week. We give you 2 slots. That means you got to come in or find another time to do it on your own, all right? Working out, we give you 2 times a week. That means you got to find another time to work out, whether it's at a club or at your house, whatever. That's what's going to give you those gains and how you're going to excel, all right? Take advantage of what is available to you and just do your best, all right? And when it's too much, you just got to decide when to back up. But the expectation is at Mission, you're part of a community where we're all working hard. And I think that's what makes team sports really cool, is you're working towards a team, a result together. It's not just an individual sport. You get to celebrate together. When things don't go well, you got someone to console you when it doesn't go. And you should really work your butt off until you decide this just isn't your thing. And at Mission, we're pushing the bar up a bit. And at some point, that's not going to be for somebody. And at some point, you'll end up stopping to play. Lucia, you made the decision to end maybe a year early. How did you come to that decision?
For me, I think that I had part of the big thing for me was mission was like friendships. And I had a lot of friends obviously going off to college and aging out and being injured. So for me, like that friendship aspect was huge for me. And I had met so many amazing new girls on the team. But I think that like starting to realize, hey, I'm growing up too, was something that I realized I'd worked really hard and I was happy with how I'd played for a long time. And I just had a great last season, and I just decided maybe like I need to start focusing on college stuff. I need to start focusing on like how am I going to handle my last year of high school, really taking that by the reins. And something else I'd always wanted to do, and we talked about a couple years back, just kind of vaguely, was coaching with Jeremy. And I loved coaching. I coached the 12U development team like in the winter, the year before, and I loved it. And so I think coaching, the draw of the idea of coaching was big for me, and I had to decide which one is really important to me, and I chose coaching. So
Great. So the point there I want to make is whether you want to go play in college or not, while you're here, you're part of Mission. We want you to be dedicated and working your butt off. You're here today. Cam's making you work your butt off. I appreciate that. And I just want you, I want you to know your teammates appreciate it. Your coaches appreciate it. And again, if your goal is to go off and play in college, we're going to help you do that. And if it's just to be the best softball player possible, that should be all of our goals. So that when we come summer, even this winter when we're playing teams, we want to find a way to be on the winning side of it. It's just a lot of fun. And I want that for you. I'm competitive, but really I've had plenty of wins in my life. I just want you guys to experience it. And more than anything, I want you to know that hard work pays off. So whatever it is, work hard at something and it's going to pay off. I learned that through sports myself, and I carried that on to my life. So thank you for being here. For those that are done, grab yourself a tart cherry juice or chocolate milk. Those that have the workout ahead of you, good luck. And just know that this is week 1, and week 6 you'll be feeling great. All right, we'll see you later.
bye guys.